Question 5, we've got a trig graph to do. We're going to draw a sine graph, and sine x starts at 0, and it goes all the way up and then all the way down until you get to 180 here. The highest point there is at 90. Now a sine graph, the highest it can be is 1, but we're timesing it by 2, so the highest point here is 2. Normally we'd continue it down there up to 360, but it says just go to 180 and go to minus 180 as well. So we've got this part here. So this is minus 180, minus 90, and down here we've got minus 2. So there's your initial graph for part A. For part B, so write down the coordinates of the minimum. So the minimum here is A is at minus 90, minus 2, and the maximum there is at B, and that's at 92. So now continuing that, we've got some transformations to do, haven't we? So the first one is x take away 90 and add 1. So we're moving it across 90 to the right and then up 1. So this point A would now be at 0, minus 1. This point B would now be at 180 and 3. What else have we got? We've got to do a quarter h of a half x. So this is a stretch times by 2 in the x direction and times by a quarter in the y direction. So what's A going to be there? So A this time, so it was minus 90, so now it's minus 180. It was at minus 2, so now it's at minus a half. And B was at 90, so it's now at 180. It was at 2, so now it's at half. And the last one of that, I've got a half h of minus x. So we're going to reflect it in the y-axis. So we've got a y-axis reflection and then a stretch times by a half in the y direction. I might try and draw this one then. So the reflection now means it's going to be the other way round, like this. And it's half as high. So if it's half as high, it was at 2, so now it's at 1. It was at minus 2, so now it's at minus 1. So that value there is going to be minus 91. And this value here is going to be 90 minus 1. Oh, and I've just spotted there's a modulus around it as well, haven't there? So I've got to bounce that bit up as well. So that's 1 now. Sorry about that. There you go. Because that modulus there, I can't have that minus 1. So I've got a 1 there instead. So it's looking like this. That's my graph there. So this is 180 and minus 180.